Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay, so we'll run this meeting as we have in the past, where everyone will either motion or second with their name, so we can make sure we get it for the record properly. Let's see. Today, call the meeting to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach for Monday, July 20th, 2020. On March 16th, 2020, Governor Pritzker signed Executive Order 2020-07, which suspended certain provisions of the Open Meetings Act. Due to the COVID pandemic currently occurring, we don't feel it's safe or prudent to hold a meeting in public right now, so we're holding this online. The public is available to come to the Village Hall or to join online with us. Please call the roll.
Trustee Cleveland?
Here.
Trustee Davis?
Here.
Trustee Nichols?
Here.
Trustee Stout?
Here.
Trustee Valdez?
Here.
Oh, Trustee Husk?
Here.
Mayor Hill?
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
For which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
justice
for all.
Just for the record, my computer logging on, so I'm using Administrator Kilbane's computer. So if you see the name underneath the Kilbane, it is truly me. Okay, do we have any questions on the agenda tonight? Not, can we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved by trustee. Second, trustee Valdez.
We have a motion by Trustee Cleveland, second by Trustee Valdez. Any corrections, additions, deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Attorney Puma, do we have to do that one by voice vote? Roll call? I know that
No,
Governor's
no,
order.
No, you don't.
Well-
You just have to do it like you did with just voice vote, all in favor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the agenda is approved as written. We have our June 15th, 2020 council meeting minutes up for approval. Any questions, corrections, clarifications on those? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So
Motion, Trustee Nichols.
We have a motion, I think, by Trustee Husk and a second by
Trustee Nichols.
Trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second for the council meeting minutes. Once again, any questions, corrections, or clarifications? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, those are approved. We have expenditures tonight of $1,590,664.77. And since I was playing with my computer trying to log on, it did not open up that file. Give me just a minute here. There's the warrant list. Okay. So we have some of the larger items this month. Our Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois for health insurance, a little over $258,000. Lake County Public Works for the sewage is about almost $322,000. CLC Jawa for our Lake Michigan water for the month of May, a little over $118,000. Gaywold Hamilton for March and April engineering, a little over $183,000. There's lots of other bills that the board have reviewed, the staff have reviewed, and based on the problems with them. Anyone on the board have any questions or corrections or have any concerns with any bills? Okay, if not, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved by trustee Cleveland.
Seconded by Trustee Nichols.
We have a motion by Trustee Cleveland, second by Trustee Nichols. Any questions on the bills? Please call the roll.
Trustee Davis,
Aye.
Trustee Husk,
Aye.
Trustee Nichols,
Aye.
Trustee Stout,
Aye.
Trustee Valdez. Aye.
The bills are approved. We have no ratifications tonight, so we'll move on to our committee reports. Any of the trustees have any reports tonight?
No.
Yeah, things have been pretty slow out there. Not a lot to report on right now. In our mayor's report, we do have a proclamation for the Americans with Disabilities Act 30th year anniversary. It's been 30 years already since they passed this. It's been a wonderful change for so many people who have been handicapped and can still succeed in life due to the changes that were brought to date with the Americans with Disabilities Act. We're kind of celebrating that tonight, how much is done for the American people. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Trustee Husk?
Second, Trustee Valdez.
We have a motion by Trustee Husk, a second by Trustee Valdez. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that proclamation is approved. Thank you, everyone. Is there a clerk's report tonight?
No, there's not.
Okay, we'll move right to our other items of business then. We have item A, is a resolution approving an agreement relative to the Greenest Region Corps. Several years ago, we joined the Greenest Region Initiative through the Mayor's Caucus to help improve our sustainability, where we're going to be renewing that agreement. One of the nice features is that it does help us with some help through an intern. So we're looking forward to that. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Trustee Nichols?
Second, Trustee Husk?
We have a motion by Trustee Nichols, a second by Trustee Husk. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk,
Aye.
Trustee Nichols,
Aye.
Trustee Stout,
Aye.
Trustee Valdez. Aye. Trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
Trustee Davis.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item B is an ordinance adopting and levying a municipal cannabis retailer's occupation tax. We're going to be setting our local cannabis tax at 3%. This has been allowed for some time now. We're just waiting to see what was happening out there with the way the economy is going right now. I know the state has really slowed down issuing new licenses, but we haven't really had anyone coming knocking on our door yet, but we hope to in the future. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion by Trustee Stout?
Second by Trustee Nichols?
We have a motion by Trustee Stout, a second by Trustee Nichols. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols,
Aye.
Trustee Stout,
Aye.
Trustee Valdez. Aye. Trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
Trustee Davis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item C is a resolution declaring certain equipment as surplus equipment. We have 4 vehicles, 1 printer, 1 plotter that are no longer used in the village. So we're going to be declaring them surplus so they can be sold. We do this every so often, a couple times a year to help clean out old inventory. So as we purchase new inventory to replace it. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Trustee Valdez.
Second by Trustee Cleveland.
We have a motion by Trustee Valdez, a second by Trustee Cleveland. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Stout,
Aye.
Trustee Valdez. Aye. Trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
Trustee Davis,
Aye.
Trustee Husk,
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
It's also approved. Item D is an ordinance approving a 4th Amendment to the Agreement with Property Registration Champions, LLC. They take care of our vacant property registration, so we can contact the owners to take care of the code violations and keep your neighborhoods nicer. We were contacted by the Realtors Association today, inquiring if we would change it. Right now, if there's a foreclosure filed on a home, that home has got to be registered, and they have concerns about that, and that people still live in the home. That's an undue cost. They're already being foreclosed on. I do believe, though, that the mortgage company pays that, but if the person is able to get out of their foreclosure, I think they've got to pay the money back. That I'm not sure on. I would like to have us kind of study this year and see how often we really use this information versus just grabbing all the information. I would like to think we use it a lot, and from what we're told in the committees, we do use it significantly. But on the foreclosure issue specifically, I want to see if we can track a little bit better. But we do need to continue this at this point, and we can maybe make some adjustments later on in the year. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, trustee Husk. Second by trustee Stout.
We have a motion by trustee Husk, a second by trustee Stout. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez? Aye. Trustee Cleveland?
Aye.
Trustee Davis?
Aye.
Trustee Husk?
Aye.
Trustee Nichols?
Aye.
Trustee Stout?
Aye.
That's also approved. Item E is an ordinance adopting an updated Village of Round Lake Beach Personnel Policy Manual, Social Media Handbook, and Employee Safety Manual. We do update our policy manuals from time to time to keep them current with state and federal laws and to add any changes due to the contracts. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So
So
moved.
Trustee Cleveland.
I think trustee Nichols got that one first. Is there a second by trustee Cleveland?
Yes, second.
Second by trustee Cleveland. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Cleveland?
Yeah, aye.
Trustee Davis?
Aye.
Trustee Husk?
Aye.
Trustee Nichols?
Aye.
Trustee Stout?
Aye.
Trustee Valdez? Aye.
That's also approved. Item F is a resolution awarding the bid for certain expenditures for pavement patching. The MPI group did a joint bid for pavement patching to keep our price lower. When you do it in a big group, you get a better price. We'll be accepting the bid from Chicagoland Paving Contractors Incorporated, Lake Zurich, for an amount not to exceed $60,000. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, trustee Valdez.
Second, trustee Husk.
We have a motion by trustee Valdez, a second by trustee Husk. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Davis?
Aye.
Trustee Husk?
Aye.
Trustee Nichols?
Aye.
Trustee Stout?
Aye.
Trustee Valdez?
Aye.
Trustee Cleveland?
Aye.
That's also approved. Item G is an ordinance approving exterior architectural appearance review in the Lake Overlay District for 225 East Shorewood Drive. Property in the Lake Overlay District needs a special approval for changes and upgrades to ensure they conform with the character of the district. Planning and Zoning Committee unanimously have recommended approval of this request, and it meets all of our guidelines. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by trustee Stout.
Second by trustee Nichols.
We have a motion by trustee Stout, a second by trustee Nichols. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Davis?
Aye.
Trustee Husk?
Aye.
Trustee Nichols?
Aye.
Trustee Stout?
Aye.
Trustee Valdez?
Aye.
Trustee Cleveland?
Aye.
Doubled up.
That's also approved. Item H is an ordinance granting a special use permit for a brewery with tap room at 2217 Illinois Route 83, Suite 2217. Joshua Grubbs is the owner and operator of Black Lung Brewing, which operates the distribution-only small business out of Zumbier Brewing in Waukegan. He has a lease with the property owner, Sweetwater LLC, and petitioning the Village of Round Lake Beach for a special use permit pursuant to the Village of Round Lake Beach zoning ordinance to allow for a brewery with a tap room. This is something all of us have been looking forward to for quite some time, coming to the Village of Round Lake Beach. It'll be a great addition to our our service to our residents out here, and I'm sure we might stop there ourselves once in a while. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, trustee Nichols.
Second, trustee Stout.
We have a motion by trustee Nichols, a second by trustee Stout. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk,
Aye.
trustee Nichols,
Aye.
trustee Stout,
Aye.
trustee Valdez,
Aye.
trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
trustee Davis.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item I is an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Round Lake Beach and the County of Lake regarding CARES Act funds. Lake County is one of 5 counties in Illinois with over 500,000 residents that receive CARES funds from the federal government instead of the village receiving the funds from the state. Cook County, Lake County, Will County, King County, and DuPage counties all have more than 500,000 residents, so they were treated a little bit different from the federal government. The state of Illinois got about $3.5 billion, and has passed along $250 million to local governments outside of those 5 counties. Lake County got $121 million from the feds. Lake County Board has allocated $11 million for the villages and fire departments, which they lump us together, so I'm not sure how that's going to really affect the amount that we end up getting. 28,125 residents. Round Lake Beach is about 4% of the county's population. That equates to about $440,000 out of the $11 million if you split it strictly by population, which most of the rest of the state does have that being split by population. But that's, again, not including the fire departments. That'll reduce us significantly from that point. A couple of the cities and villages, Alton, Illinois has just about 28,000 residents. They're getting $1.1 million. Kankakee, 27,005, about $1.1 million. We're actually getting less than half what similar sized villages in other parts of Illinois are receiving because of the way the funds are being distributed. So I hope the Lake County opens up their pocketbooks and is a little more fair to the municipalities in Lake County, so at least we're on par with the villages and the rest of the state. But we still need to pass this agreement with them, and hopefully we will get something at this point. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So
moved, trustee
Husk.
Second, trustee Valdez.
We have a motion by trustee Husk, a second by trustee Valdez. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols,
Aye.
trustee Stout,
Aye.
trustee Valdez,
Aye.
trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
trustee Davis,
Aye.
trustee Husk.
Aye.
Okay. All righty, that's also approved. If we could just do a little housekeeping here, I guess on the expenditures roll call vote, we missed trustee Cleveland. If we could just call her for the vote for the bills.
For expenditures,
Yes.
trustee Cleveland,
Aye.
Great, thank you. That passed unanimously now. So. Okay, that was the end of our business. At this point, it is open to public participation. There's no one in the audience here live, and we're checking right now to see if there's anyone online with us.
We have one caller, no emails. Caller, please state your name and your question if you have anything.
Okay, I guess our caller does not have any questions for the board or any comments for the board tonight. Thank you for being part of our meeting, though.
Caller, do you have any questions?
Okay, we do not have any executive session tonight, so we have no action on those items. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved by trustee Cleveland.
Second by trustee Stout.
We have a motion by trustee Cleveland, second by trustee Stout. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everyone. We're adjourned. Have a good evening.
Be safe, everybody.
Thank you. You
Be
too.
safe.